You're watching Faribault Community Television News. It is April here in Faribault. I'm Sam Temple, standing at this month's sponsor of FCTV, Faribault Rental.
Proud sponsor of Faribault Community Television. Spring is just right around the corner. Here's the news.
Hey everybody, my name is Devin Pawarek. I'm a recreation coordinator here with Faribault Park and Rec. Got some upcoming programs for you in April. First off, we're having adult softball. Actually begins first week of May, but we want you signed up by April 16th, so I'm letting you know early. Our rec league plays on Tuesdays, our women's league plays on Wednesdays, and the men's league plays on Friday nights. Get your team registered by April 16th, and games are played down at North Alex Park. We're also offering in April 2 online music classes. We have the instant piano class offered on Monday, April 14th, and instant guitar offered on Tuesday, April 15th. Both begin at 6:30 p.m. and are held on Zoom. In just a few hours, you can learn enough about playing the piano or guitar to give you years of musical enjoyment. With the class, you get an online follow-up video lessons and an online book so you can continue on your own. A recording of the class is included as well. And you can sit at home with your guitar or keyboard without any pressure at all. Cost for that class is $55 for either one, and there is an age requirement for the guitar class. You have to be 13 years or older. You can sign up at faribault.org/parks or call the community center at 507-334-0264. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Jill Stratman. I'm the Youth Recreation Coordinator at the Faribault Park and Rec. And coming up this spring, we've got some activities. We've got Little Champs, which is for kids ages 3 and 4 years old. That will meet 4 times here at the Community Center, and that runs in May. We've got Pickleball that will meet 3 times in May as well for kids ages 7 to 12 years old. And we round out May with a volleyball camp for kids in grades 3 through 5. And in that camp, we'll meet 4 times and we'll work on a variety of skills and drills and get the kids playing in games because they all love the games. For summer, we have got all kinds of fun options for you. We've got our ever-famous Fun Center camps, which meet up at the Jefferson Park Shelter. We meet throughout the summer, Monday through Thursday, from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Camp is for kids ages 6 to 12, and they can do a morning camp, an afternoon camp, or come for the full day. We have our Jefferson Ball program, which takes place in the evenings at the Jefferson Ball Fields. We've got Little Tykes, which is for kids that is ages 4 and 5. And we've got T-ball for kids entering kindergarten, and we've got soft pitch for kids entering grades 1 and 2. Up at Washington, we've got all kinds of morning camps for kids ages 3.5 to 8 years old. There's a variety of themes. You can choose 1-week camp options, bi-weekly options, and new this year we have evening camps for some options up there. We've got themes like farm animals, garden wonders, all kinds of great opportunities there. And those camps run June through August, so there's a variety of things to pick from. Safety camp this year will be 2 days. It is June 30th and July 1st out at North Alexander Park. We typically cover about 10 different safety topics, and that camp is for kids that are currently in grades 2 through 4. So you'll want to get registered for safety camp. We work with the Faribault Fire and Police Department to put that camp together. And in case you're wondering, the pet parade is Thursday, August 7th, and the theme this year is beach party. So we hope to see you this spring and summer at the Park and Rec.
Hello, I'm Kevin O'Brien, Recreation Superintendent of the City of Faribault. Here's an update on your spring aquatic programming. Our summer swim lesson registration opens up May 22nd at 8 a.m. Be sure to make note on your calendars and be ready to log on and sign up for those summer swim lessons. We're currently hiring staff for the Faribault Family Aquatic Center. We're almost fully staffed for guest service staff and lifeguards. So don't miss out on your chance to get that lifeguard certification if you're looking for a summer position. Our last lifeguard class is scheduled for May 9th through the 11th. You need to be 15 by the last day of that class. So again, if you're looking for that best summer job, sign up for this May 9th through the 11th class here at Faribault Park and Rec. Registration does close 2 weeks prior to the class because of about 6 to 8 hours of online learning needed. So sign up early. Don't wait until the last day or a week before the class. We've moved the Muddy Mile to August 19th this year at the end of summer. So don't think that that's gone. That is coming back this year. We just moved it to the end of summer. So look for that in our registrations. Grand opening for the new Viaduct Park and Splash Pad will come yet this summer. Look for that event to be towards the end of summer, sometime in August or very early September. But construction still to be determined on when that date's going to be, but look for that. And then finally, opening day for the Faribault Family Aquatic Center. Tentatively is planned, or not tentatively, is planned for May 31st, barring no other setbacks. We're hoping for a much better year than last year without having that June shutdown. So May 31st, mark your calendars, buy your season passes before opening weekend, and we'll see you at the pool this summer. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Paul Panoski, Parks and Recreation Director for the Faribault Parks and Recreation Department. Just a couple of quick reminders that picnic shelters, we are taking reservations for those for the summer season, and those will begin on May 1st and run through September 30th. So we will have shelters ready to go. We will try and get shelters up and ready for people to use even prior to that, weather permitting in April. It'll be the same with all the bathrooms at all the different parks as far as getting bathrooms opened up. We guarantee them by May 1st, but the buildings are all non-insulated, so we will get to them if the weather permits. That looks like we're going to be able to have them opened. The other thing we'd like to remind everybody of is we have a number of scholarship programs, and our most common scholarship program for kids signing up for the summertime is our Tommy Allen Scholarship. So if you are in need of some financial assistance registering for any of our different summer programs, we encourage you to ask about those. You will have to register for the Tommy Allen Scholarships at the community center. You would not be able to do that particular discount online. And those scholarships will pick up 50% of the cost of the different programs. Just a short update on Viaduct Park. I think Kevin gave you a little bit of an update on an opening and stuff for that, but the construction is a little bit behind schedule down there. They are working through the process of getting the building completed. They'll work on the splash pad right after that. And the City Council is currently working through the process of when and what type of ice feature we will have on the north end of that park, hopefully going out to bid sometime late this summer, early fall, and construction being in 2026 with that part of the facility being opened in the late fall of 2026.
Hey FCTV viewers, it's Laura Bach coming to you from the Faribault Foundation. It's April and we have some exciting stuff happening at the foundation. We'll be once again offering our community opportunity micro grants, and the open grant cycle for that starts today, April 1st, and grants applications are due by May 12th. You can check out our website, faribaultfoundation.org, for an online application, a very simple form. We're looking for nonprofits in the community to apply for grants up to $1,000 for their projects and initiatives that they have going on. Other exciting things happening at the foundation include work on the park, fundraising. That's coming along nicely. We're looking forward to the park being completed, phase 1, sometime this summer. And we've got the Founders Fund is still growing. Our Hand Up campaign has almost reached its $2.5 million goal. If you're interested in learning more about how you can support the Founders Fund and the community of Faribault and the foundation, please reach out. And of course, this time of year, you've maybe gotten your taxes done, and if you're interested in learning more about DAFs or donor advised funds and how those can affect your tax situation and be a benefit to you, please reach out to me and we can just have a conversation. It's pretty easy and painless, and I love to have a cup of coffee or lunch with you. You can reach me at 507-805-8800 or send an email or contact us through the website, faribaultfoundation.org. Looking forward to seeing you.
Hi, Mike Reinsbach here with Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center. We just had the first day of spring last week and just wanted to talk to you about something that's going to be increasingly more common as the seasons change, and that's just allergic symptoms in the eye and allergy in general in ways that it affects your eyes. Most common symptoms of sensitivity or environmental sensitivities or allergies to your eyes include just a lot of tearing, watering, and most notably is a sensation of itchy eyes. You might also have other symptoms such as a runny nose, usually kind of a clear drainage, maybe even a little bit of sore throat or post-nasal nasal drip. Frequent sneezing is also another common symptom of sensitivity to different things in the environment. As spring rolls around, we have different allergens that become more common, particularly pollen from different plant species. Could also be some types of mold as the ground starts to thaw out, and we have breakdown of organic stuff in the soil and environment. If you're having any of these symptoms and you're a patient who frequently suffers from environmental sensitivities, certainly try to take an over-the-counter antihistamine. Two main varieties are kind of the Benadryl, which is going to be somewhat sedating or cause you to feel pretty tired. I would obviously not recommend taking those during the day or when operating a vehicle or machinery, or the more classic kind of non-drowsy antihistamines such as Zyrtec or Claritin. Any of those tend to have pretty modest and beneficial effects. In regards to the eyes specifically, we have quite a few different products over the counter now. You can start with even just an over-the-counter lubricating drop, an artificial tear that can help soothe your symptoms to some degree. If itching and irritation is particularly a problem, there's many over-the-counter antihistamine eye drops now. Some of the bigger brands are Zatador or Aloe. There's also a drop that used to be prescription up until maybe 2 or 3 years ago called Pataday, which is maybe a little bit stronger. And those are all good options to try even before you come see your doctor. If you're still having symptoms, occasionally, especially in younger folks, allergies can be very severe, more commonly in kind of younger aged boys, especially with a history of asthma or allergic rhinitis, which is kind of a runny nose. They can have pretty severe eye conditions, which they should come in and see an ophthalmologist for and likely get some prescription anti-inflammatories and medications that can help soothe their symptoms.
The following content is brought to you by Riverbend Nature Center. Register now for the Maple Syrup Fun Run and Pancake Brunch on Saturday, May 3rd. There is a distance for everyone, from a 1-mile walk, 5K, 10K, 25K to 50K. After your race, enjoy pancakes with real maple syrup made right at Riverbend. Your registration fee supports environmental education, outdoor recreation, and natural resource conservation. Hurry! Early bird pricing ends March 31st. Thank you to our sponsors for supporting our event: Bauer Restoration, Hartman Insurance, Humfield Chiropractic and Nutrition, Jasinski Knutson Vision Realty Group with Weikert Realty, Southern Heights Dental, Reliance Bank, Bergesmeyer Shoes, Faribault Interiors. Support local, shop local. Run your way to first place when you register today for the Maple Syrup Fun Run and receive 20% off $75 or more when you purchase a new pair of shoes at Bergesmeyer Shoes. Summer camp registration is now open. Members receive a $25 discount, so register early as spots fill up quickly. Riverbend offers a variety of fun nature camps. Be sure to sign your kids up for a summer they won't forget. Visit our website at www.rbnc.org/summer-camp. Saturday, April 5th, Bagels and Birds, 10 to 11 a.m. This is for all ages and the cost is free. Come and enjoy coffee and a free bagel provided by the Inn at Shattuck, and watch for birds at Windows on the Wild. Saturday, April 5th, Storytime with a Naturalist. April showers bring May flowers, 11 to 11:30 a.m. This is for all ages and the cost is free. Storytime includes a short story and coloring activity. Saturday, April 5th, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Sweet Reads Book Club. This is for teens and adults, and the cost is free. The book is The Wilderness World of John Muir, edited by Edwin Way Teal. Join Impact members Caitlin and Nick for Sweet Reads Book Club. Discuss environmental-related books with eco-conscious individuals while enjoying refreshments in the Interpretive Center. Join Impact members Caitlin and Nick for Sweet Reads Book Club. Discuss environmental-related books with eco-conscious individuals while enjoying refreshments in the Interpretive Center. Monday, April 7th, 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Little Sprouts Animal Homes. The cost is $10 per non-member child and $5 per member child. Adults attend free. Animals live outside all year round. Come explore how and where animals make their home to help them survive. Saturday, April 12th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Stewardship Saturday, Invasive Species Removal. This is for teens and up, and the cost is free. Learn about invasive plants and how Riverbend is controlling them. Then help us to remove them. The specific species being mitigated will depend on the seasonality. Monday, April 14th, 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Little Sprouts Weather. The cost is $10 per non-member child and $5 per member child. Adults attend free. The weather outside happens in many forms. Come learn all the different ways weather happens. A portion of this class may be held outside. Please dress for the weather. Monday, April 14th, 1 to 3 p.m. Homeschool Reptiles and Amphibians. This is for ages 5 to 12. The cost is $10 per non-member and $5 per member. Learn all about reptiles and amphibians, from their unique characteristics to how they survive our cold winters. Then meet Riverbend's live animal ambassadors. Wednesday, April 16th, 12 to 2 p.m. Lunch and Learn. Randy Strobel with Geological Society of Minnesota. The cost is $10 per non-member and $5 per member. The speaker begins at 12:30 p.m. Join us and guest speaker Randy Strobel as he discusses the geological formations of Minnesota. Minnesota has a fascinating geological history. We hope you'll be able to join us. Bring your own lunch. Saturday, April 19th, 12 to 2 p.m. Little Sprouts Playtime Weather. The cost is $10 per non-member child and $5 per member child. Adults attend free. The weather outside happens in many forms. Come learn all the different ways weather happens. A portion of this class may be held outside. Please dress for the weather. Saturday, April 26th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Stewardship Saturday, Earth Day. This is for all ages and the cost is free. Join Riverbend Naturalists to celebrate Earth Day by learning about and participating in a citizen science project. Saturday, April 26, 12:30 to 2 p.m. Family Painting, Paint the Earth. This is for all ages and the cost is free. Join Riverbend Naturalists to celebrate Earth Day by learning about and participating in a citizen science project. Join artist Kate Langley for a fun, free family painting program. Paint a picture of the Earth for Earth Day. Pre-registration is required to ensure enough supplies are available for participants. This activity is made possible by the voters of Minnesota through a grant from the Minnesota State Arts Board, thanks to legislative appropriation from the Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. Monday, April 28th, 9:30 to 11 a.m. Little Sprouts Baby Animals. The cost is $10 per non-member child and $5 per member child. Adults attend free. It's springtime, and that means baby animals are being born. Join us for a cute adventure as we learn about baby animals. A portion of this class may be held outside. Please dress for the weather. We hope to see you this month at Riverbend Nature Center.
Hi, my name's Chad. I'm the pharmacy manager at the Hy-Vee here in Faribault. Today it's just going to be a quick update on the COVID vaccine. They've come out with recommendations that anyone 65 and older was due for another booster as long as it's been at least 6 months since your last booster. So right now it'd be April. It is April, so if you got it in like October or before, you would be due for a booster if you're 65 and older. You can either walk in weekdays 10 to 5 or weekends 11 to 3, or you can make an appointment online at hyvee.com/COVID. And then along with that, if you haven't gotten your RSV shot yet, or if you're due for your pneumonia shot, and if you're not unsure about those two, feel free to talk to one of us and we can help you out to determine if you're due for it. We can definitely do that at the same time as the COVID shot. And while you're here, if you'd like us to get all your prescriptions transferred over, we'd be more than happy to help you. Looking forward to seeing you. Thank you.
Before we get back to the news, we're here talking to this month's supporter, Faribault Rental. Spring is here.
Spring's sprung.
What are you working on this time of year?
Well, as everybody knows, it's time to get out there and start getting that garden ready.
Yeah.
One of the most important things to do is do your prep work in the spring or the fall. So since we're in spring, let's just go down that route.
Yep.
One of the most things that people like to do is get ready for kind of cleaning up the driveway.
Yeah.
What I have here is just a little easy to use tool. It's got these rubber flaps on here. It's great for getting like rocks out of the driveway or back into the driveway if you have like a gravel driveway.
Sure.
It's got a lot of cool attachments. It's got one that has tilling. So if you've got that raised bed garden or you've got just like a simple flower garden, this little tool can kind of just sneak in there and gets it all prepped and ready for flowers.
Yeah, absolutely.
I also have a dethatcher. A lot of people like to dethatch in the springtime. So what that does is just kind of turns up the ground on the grass so that you can lay down either new seed or get ready for aerating.
Right.
It's just a great little tool.
So when you're coming in to rent this, can you rent both of those attachments or do you install? You rent them both at the same
we can
time?
rent both of them. I got multiple machines, so I can set it up into any configuration that somebody would want or need, which is the best part. I rent it by the hour too, so if you just need it for just a short little time, it's a quick, easy little tool. Anybody can run it.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And then when you're ready to, take on a little bigger project, we have our trencher over here. This is a gas-powered trencher. This is great for putting in French drains. So if you've had drainage problems this past year, obviously last summer we had a lot of rain.
Yes, we did.
So this is a great way to dig out an area, lay some French drain down. It's very easy to operate again. You've got the track work. It's simple controls. It's gas powered. We give you a trailer with it, so you don't need to provide one for us.
Okay, there you go. That was my question, because this is, just a step bigger than this other piece. That's wonderful. How often are folks usually renting this out for?
This goes out quite a bit in the summertime. Again, a lot of contractors like to use it, but everything in the store is really geared more towards the homeowner application. So we want to make sure that simple, easy controls, stuff that can get done right away, within 4 hours. So this goes out quite a bit. So just make sure you call and reserve it. If you reserve it, it's yours.
Absolutely. All right, what are we looking at over here?
Well, another great springtime project is deck maintenance. A lot of people have decks that are made of wood, and unfortunately, they do go bad after a little while. So you do have to do some maintenance on it. One of the things that we love to rent out is our drum sander. This has just a simple couple of paper options like 20 grit, 36 grit, 80 grit, just working the sander back and forth on the deck to get it obviously ready for staining.
Yeah.
One of the most important things about a wooden deck is keeping it, sealed, so you have the longevity of the deck.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got a wood deck at home that's gone soft, so it has those soft spots. So, if 50 years ago someone was using something like this, it would have been appreciated. So in retrospect, it'd be great, but now I know, so I know that that's available.
Yep, so it's a nice little maintenance piece to keep the youthfulness of your wood deck.
Yes. Does it, so remove stain, does it also remove paint, anything else on the surface?
Yep, this is my more aggressive one. I do have another orbital sander for fine tuning, so when you want to get into like small corners and like softer grit, that is what the tool I would use. If you're ready to get that old stain off, old varnish off, the drum sander is what I'd start with.
Okay, that's good to know. I'm not asking questions for FCTV anymore. This is just for me.
That's okay.
What else are we looking at?
Yeah, so moving right down the block here, we have a couple of power head cleaners. Yeah. So a lot of the things that happens in the wintertime is you drive around your car and you bring snow and dirt into your garage. This is a great couple of tools here, a 13-inch and 17-inch disc that just kind of have a sweeper paddle on it and just clean out your garage. I know that was one of my projects I had to do as a kid, was get the garage cleaned out, get all the snow, dirt, and dust and sand out of it. Really easy to use again. Simple electric 110, nothing special. Anybody can get behind it and you just work it. Simple solution on the floor that you'd use to clean the cement anyways.
Yeah, and a pretty long extension cord there to work for most folks there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is there a level of, not everyone has the best drainage or the best the best angling for draining and things like that. How wet do you need the room to be to?
It's what's ever working at that time. So I have like just a regular brush head, a really hard bristle head, and I've got two like cleaning pads, a white and a black one that can kind of get scuff marks off. So you just put your solution down, go over an area, see what's working best, and if it's not working, more water, more solution, maybe a different head. Try that. You'll eventually get it.
There you go.
It's one of those things.
Trial and error.
Trial and error with these. That's all that really matters, right?
Wonderful. Yeah, and that's what you got to do.
Yeah,
that's what you got to do.
Well, moving right down along here, we've got a couple of the pressure washers here. That's also another great thing to do in the springtime. Is a lot of people's siding gets that weird color discoloration on it. So getting a pressure washer, cleaning your siding, cleaning the pathway from, say, the side of the house to the back of the house. A lot of people have cement pathways. Just coming in, renting a simple pressure washer. I've got gas and electric options, all different size PSIs, so whatever works for getting the stain off the cement or the siding.
So this can be used for both getting the siding, getting everything you need there, and then also if you got the grass coming up between the sidewalk and stuff like that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There you go.
Yep. That helps strip everything down. What else we have here is water pumps. Again, a lot of people had some issues with water this past summer. We do have 3-inch pumps and 2-inch pumps to help get some alleviation from overwatering.
Right. The idea, water in the ground, in the house.
Yep, in the house. Yep. I have some pumps too. So if you got like a internal beaver dam or something like that, you need to empty it out. I've got the tools here for you.
There you go. So whatever water alleviation needs, you got that there.
Yep, I got a couple of options. 'Cause obviously, we're going to get some rain here, I think soon.
Yes.
So we'll see how much the ground takes in.
Yeah, we better. Otherwise, the flower beds from earlier aren't going to do that well.
That is absolutely true.
Anything else you want to show us here today?
I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for what you do for the community. It really is nice that Faribault has, a local television show that kind of gets out and shows the, small business owners around here. We really do appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
Proud sponsor.
Thank you for always sharing your story, and thanks for your support of Faribault Community Television.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
Here's the rest of the news.
Hello, Faribault. Nort Johnson here with your Chamber of Commerce. I talk a lot about the Chamber of Commerce and the things that we're up to when I get the blessing to have a little bit of time with you. I want to spread the love a little bit today. I want to talk about a larger group that we're involved with and have the privilege to help organize, and tell you a little bit about the good things going on in your community from a pretty meaningful group. So at the end of March, we will have convened our 8th joint boards meeting. To give you a little bit of texture on that, this is the school board and the superintendent, the county commission and the county commissioner, the city council and the city administrator. It is the Faribault Economic Development Authority. It is the Housing and Rehabilitation Authority. We also bring to the table Allina Health Systems, the Faribault Industrial Corporation. We have representatives from the Faribault Chamber Executive Committee and a few others that are important to the outcomes of this community and play a role in that. So I'm going to share a little bit about the good work that this group has been doing, getting on the same page. So over the last year or so, the meetings that we've had have focused on what's most important to you for your organization. And these are all of the individual voices on these boards and commissions. The Chamber has compiled that feedback and refed that to the group for further consideration, and they have, as a group, refined and are adopting a joint mission, so to speak, a set of joint priorities. And the outcomes, I think, are compelling. I'm going to share with you what the group came up with as the most important things for Faribault that they'd like to communicate on and share responsibility for. So here they are. Under the umbrella of supporting human capital, here we go. Housing, and most specifically, what can we do to increase home ownership opportunities in Faribault? We know that's how family wealth can be built, is gaining equity in a property, in your home and the property it sits on. And Faribault's a little bit thin on those opportunities right now, and they have been for several years. We've done a great job as a community adding housing in the form of apartments. So our focus is to help provide opportunities for families to get into single-family homes. No specific big accomplishments in that arena yet. However, a lot of good people at the table working on notions on how we can improve that. And that's how things get done. It's when entities come together and focus on single projects or missions and lend their expertise and whatever the wherewithal that their organizations have as a group. That's the best way to get things done. Down the line, I'm grateful that that group has also adopted education as a priority, because that's been a chamber priority since 2018. And a couple of the notes under there. This is really good. So under the education initiatives, everybody agrees that expanded career readiness opportunities for our junior high and senior high students, kindergarten readiness, so the other end of that spectrum, making sure that we have as many students prepped to learn and prepped to become socially adept as they enter the school system. They're more successful that way, and from there, by the way, their reading scores go up. The better prepared for kindergarten, the better they're reading. And that actually is the next focus, is reading readiness, and right on to more skilled training. So that's a priority for all of these groups I described earlier to support together. Now, not everybody is going to be in the classroom doing reading, but everybody can support the idea and share the opportunities to do that, and that's really important. The other initiatives: daycare, healthcare, provide more public inclusion opportunities. I'm going to share, I just got off the phone a bit ago with Jessica Kinzer, our city administrator, and we're going to be putting together a State of the City address. My predecessor did a great job getting those events together. The mayor speaks, and we have other guest speakers that help provide direct communication with the community in a forum where they can provide some feedback as well. We're bringing that back, so more public inclusion opportunities, and continuing our work to embrace all members of our community and ensure that everybody feels normal in Faribault, everybody feels included. And then under economic status for these things, by the way, all of that support does lead to better economic conditions in a community, but also retention and growth. I'm reading off some notes from the meeting here. So retain and grow business. Retention is a lot easier than recruiting. So taking care of the businesses that we have in our community, ensuring that we have the right things in place for our employees, for the workers, the ones who are supporting the wealth generation in this community, making sure that they're supported with everything from parks to good places to shop and good housing opportunities and good education. Expanding the tax base as it makes sense. Tax reform and clean energy. So we've gone the gamut here as far as the priorities, and those are all really good. Importantly, the group of people who've had these discussions together are all in a position to, in some way or another, affect outcomes in these important areas for our community, or at the very minimum, support efforts, even if they're not directly involved, support those efforts to help lift Faribault, which is what the Chamber is all about. So I wanted to, again, spread the credit, make sure everybody is aware of the good work going on and the coordination between all of these entities. Everybody's busy. It gets pretty easy to focus on just the schools or just county business or just what's going on with the industrial corporation. But having the groups come together, share what they're up to, focus on the things that are most important together, and then supporting one another in those endeavors, it's solid gold. And Faribault is leading the state in this kind of effort. You should be proud of everybody involved. I know that I'm proud of my staff and my organization for taking up the torch to lead these gatherings, and that's going to continue. And we're doing it all for you. So thanks for your support, and support your leaders. Have a great weekend.
Hey everyone, it's me, Ms. Denny, your favorite children's librarian. Thanks for joining me. I'm here to tell you about everything happening at Buckham Memorial Library in April. And there's a lot, so get comfy. We're going to start things off by letting you know that the library is hosting the Testify exhibit that will be in the hallway connecting the library to the community center all the way, or starting with April 1st, all the way through Wednesday, April 23. This exhibit, officially titled Testify, Americana Slavery to Today, is a photo gallery exhibit. It's free and open to the public during normal library hours. It's brought to us by former Minnesota Supreme Court Justice and NFL Hall of Famer Alan Page and his family. This impactful exhibit of the Diane and Alan Page collection was originally presented at the Hennepin County Library in 2018. Following the overwhelmingly positive response from the public, the exhibit returned in 2023 with a renewed call to action and a far wider reach. It is now accessible to the public in Southeast Minnesota as a large format, high resolution photo gallery. The family hopes that the exhibit will bridge divides, deepen dialogue, and encourage action on justice. The objects in the exhibit juxtapose artifacts from our often painful shared history with an inspiring imagery and works of art that help us rise above it. The late Diane Sims Page once said this of the collection she started. She hoped that by coming to grips with our past, we can come together in the future. The Pages produced this traveling exhibit in collaboration with local artist and designer Kurt Mueller and with the support of Selco, Great River Regional Library, the Friends of Hennepin County Library, and the McKnight exhibit. So stop in and view the Testify exhibit April 1st through the 23rd. Storytime continues in April. We are offering storytime in a variety of formats. We have our 5-minute bedtime stories on Tuesday nights. Those are on the library's Facebook and YouTube. They air at 7 p.m. on Tuesdays, but you can watch them for quite a while, and you can watch them as many times as you would like. We have story time on Zoom on Wednesday mornings at 10. So if you want to join us for that, just let me know and I will get you that link. And then we also have story time in person at the library, Thursdays at 10 a.m. And once a month during story time, several times a month actually, we have special guests that join us after story time. So Miss Stephanie joins us from the early childhood education, and Leah joins us from Riverbend Nature Center. And then we have local artist Kate Langsley, who will join us as well for art projects after story time. So each of those special guests join us once a month after story time. If you have any questions on story time, please let me know. I want to also tell you that the last story time for the spring session, will be May 8th, and then we'll be taking a short break, and the summer storytime schedule will begin in June. Speaking of local artist Kate Longley, she also teaches a free art class here at the library on Tuesday evenings. It's for ages 8 to adult. It's from 6 to 7 Tuesday nights in the library's third floor makerspace. Registration is required as space is limited. So, and if you haven't come to any art classes yet, no problem. Kate is really good at meeting you where you're at. So if you have zero art experience, a little bit, or a lot, it doesn't matter. She will customize the lesson to meet your needs. So give us a call if you want to join us for those art classes. We also have a program called Sew What, which is an independent makerspace for sewers. This meets Wednesdays from 10:30 to noon in the makerspace. You do need to bring your own material and your own project. You must know how to thread a machine and sew a seam. And it is open to ages 11 and up, but the space is limited to just 10 sewers. So stop in and join us for this independent sewing makerspace on Wednesdays at 10:30 a.m. Book Buds is an informal reading buddies program that meets on Thursdays from 4 to 5 here at the library. This is, again, it's an informal program for youth meant in grades K through 5, where younger kids can read to or be read to by older kids. They can take turns sharing a book together. This program is meant to be fun and no pressure. It's a way for youth to build a passion for reading just for the fun of it. It's not a tutoring program. It's not a learning how to read program. It is just to build that love of reading just for the sake of it, which also helps with learning how to read. No registration is required. We supply the older youth, so bring in your youth in grades K through 5, and we'll match them up with one of our older students, and you can learn to love books. Stitch a Bit is our knit, crochet, and needlecraft group that meets on the first and third Fridays of each month from 10 to 11:30. In April, they will meet on Friday the 4th and the 18th. This group is led by our library director, Dee Lane, and it is a great opportunity to enjoy the company of friends and neighbors as you knit, crochet, or work on your favorite needlecraft project. So no registration necessary, just bring your own thing to work on and stop in and enjoy some fellowship with friends and neighbors. We will be having a pollinator gardening program taught by our retired librarian and U of M Master Gardener, Lisa Reavers. That will be Saturday, April 12th at 10:30 in the morning in the library's Great Hall. It's free, but you do need to register as space is limited. So call the library and we'll get you a spot in this awesome pollinator gardening class. Our Teen Advisory Board will meet on Monday, April 14 at 4:30. That is for youth in grades 6 through 12. So if you're interested in joining TAB, please let me know. I will get you an application and all the membership information. Our 2 book clubs for youth will meet in April as well. Books and Brownies is for grades 2 through 5. Pizza and Pages is for grades 6 through 12. The Books and Brownies meeting for April is on the 21st, and the meeting for Pizza and Pages is on the 28th. The assignment for both clubs is the same. Read any poetry or art book of your choice and come prepared to share about it. If you don't want to read a poetry or an art book, that is totally fine. Just come and share about anything you've read recently. I do need you to register if you want to join us for either of the book clubs, just so I know how much how much brownies and how much pizza I need. So give us a call, stop in, or send me an email and I'll get you registered for the book club that fits your grade. We have a 3D printing lab on the last Wednesday of each month that's led by library technician Bob. This month the lab will be on Wednesday, April 30th. The lab time is from 5:30 to 7. It's drop-in style though, so if you can't come right at 5:30, no worries. You can come for any length of time between 5:30 and 7. Bob will be up on the 3rd floor in the maker space, so you can stop in and learn about 3D printing. If you have questions with him or you want to try out some of our 3D printing tools, including the 3D printing pen, stop in and join us for that. We have a new program that I'm excited to tell you about here at the library. I should say a renewed program. We had a version of this a couple years back. I'm excited to tell you 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten is back here at the library. This is a free program that encourages you to read 1,000 books to your child before they enter kindergarten. Now, we know from research that reading is the most effective way to help children get ready to learn. So this program is free. It's very easy to do. Anytime you read a book to your child, you keep track of it. We give you a reading log with 1,000 circles. And I want to tell you, if that sounds daunting, it's really not, because think about how many times you read the same book to your child, maybe 10, maybe 20, 30, 40, 50. You can count it each time you read. So it doesn't have to be 1,000 individual specific books. It can be the same book repeated. Every time you read, I also want to tell you books that you listen to at story time, those count as well. So any book your child hears, you mark it down. When you have read 1,000 books, you will have finished. To sign up, you stop in the library, talk to me, I'll get you all registered. Just for signing up, you get a coupon for a free book of your choice from our friends at Books on Central. Thanks so much for their partnership. And then when you finish, you will get another coupon for another free book from Books on Central, and you will get a cool t-shirt that says, I read 1,000 books before kindergarten. Thanks so much to our friends of the Buckham Memorial Library Group for sponsoring those t-shirts. If you have questions about 1,000 books, I would love to talk to you. Stop in and get signed up. Our resident ukularian, Alan McCulley, leads 2 opportunities for ukulele enthusiasts. The first is FUN, the Faribault Ukulele Network, that meets a couple times a month on Thursday evenings. It's a ukulele jam group. If you are an experienced uke player, you should contact Alan and she will get you the information you need to join that group. If you are not an experienced ukulele player, but you would like to be, you should also contact Alan. She will get you everything you need. She'll get you started. She'll do this one-on-one appointments with you. It's called the Uke Can Make Music, and she'll get you started on learning how to play the ukulele so you can become an accomplished uke player. And then if you like, you could join FUN. We also have adventure kits here at the library. Those are an awesome opportunity for you to try out a new hobby. We have everything from cake decorating to bird watching to button making to outdoor games. I think we're almost ready to start playing some outdoor games again. So stop in and see what the library can offer you besides just all of the awesome books we have in our collection. If you have questions about anything happening here at the library, we'd love to hear from you. You can stop in, of course, anytime the library is open, Monday through Thursday, 9 to 8, Friday and Saturday, 9 to 5. You can send us an email, you can call us, you can find us on Facebook or Instagram. And then, like I mentioned before, we also have a YouTube page where you can find those 5-minute bedtime stories. Any questions about anything at all, please get in touch. We'd love to see or hear from you. Thanks for joining me, friends. Take good care. Bye-bye.
Well, that's a wrap on this edition of the FCTV News. Here again, thanking the supporter for this month that has elevated this production and can elevate you as well, Faribault Rental.
Speaking of elevation,
yes,
I do have aerial lifts that are towable. It's great for tree trimming, getting on top of the roof, doing anything aerial that you need to get up and high that you want to be a little bit more secure than being on a ladder.
Yep. So for all the things that your loved ones say, hey, maybe you get a slightly more stable thing than your ladder, you've got us covered.
We got you covered.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
And thank you again for your support of FCTV.
Absolutely. We'll see you next month.